Would you say below, oh, I forgot its name already. Shield
Carbuncle?
Boy. Yeah, Carbuncle. It sounds like an uncle's name. Uncle Carbuncle? Sorry.
Uncle Carb.
Uncle Carb.
Uncle Carb, what's that K-Sith thing over there? Don't worry about it. Play with your bird.
Play with your bird. I would put it there.
I've been a little loose describing this, but are y'all aware of what we're doing today?
My knowledge is that we're rating hotness of Final Fantasy summons. Is that correct?
It's something like that. But yeah, we are going to go through Final Fantasy summons, and I'm going to share my screen here. So Final Fantasy is interesting because a lot of the summons, they kind of cycle through, like you see them again in later games. Sometimes old enemies become summons, and then summons become newer enemies. Each game is its own little world, and it changes in and out. But I have a list of about 84, I believe. Yeah, I think like 84 summons through all the different Final Fantasy games. And we're going to rate them from empty my MP for it, for clout, the common pick, is there no one else available, and I would leave unread.
Perfect.
Okay, so we can interpret this scaling however we want.
yeah.
If it's like a summon we're familiar with, and like, oh, it's strong, like I like it because it's strong, or we could like take it on the physical. I'm trying not to look at this list of things because there are some that are tough to decipher. And
Oh, don't worry. I can get a picture to blow up for each one. I have them organized. For instance, our first boyo is going to be this one, a Dremelec.
Oh.
So I can actually open that new tab. There you go. See, he's like
okay.
He's sort of like, he kind of reminds me of Twilight Princess. He's got a lot of red lines everywhere. He's like Ganondorf if he just went really extra.
I feel like he gives me, I don't know why, and I can't describe it. He gives me jock energy. Like, he plays basketball.
Possibly. He is known for originally being a weapon designed to fight evil, and then he was so awesome about it that all of the fiends said, bro, you should fight with us. And he went, hell yeah. And then he got his ass beaten, thrown into the underworld. But yeah, he absolutely has that energy. But yeah, that is a Dremelec.
Cool. I couldn't help but notice that he is lightning based, and lightning is like my favorite element in any game. Automatically, that gives him bonus points for me because that rules.
All right. So how y'all feel about the boy?
So I'm gonna say, first of all, on the design side, I love all the intricate designs. It's just appealing to look at. It's got like some of the Yojimbo vibes that I get from like FF10. But on the other side, it's so beyond. It's like a Digimon, but man, I don't know. There's so much about this design I just enjoy. It has like blade wings, which are like kind of organic. It's
like Elden Ring and Digimon had a baby.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like.
Kyle, don't make me hate this.
It's a little extra, but like it's not offensive. I like it. It's edgy, but it's like good edge.
There's a good amount of edge for any edge in design. You can if you have it in moderation, it can be really cool.
All right, yeah. Personally, he feels all right for me. He is from, I believe, Final Fantasy 12. That's one of the ones I didn't get to play directly. I just know of it. But it is because I don't think Final Fantasy 12 was online. Maybe it was. Actually, I think it might have been
12.
Online.
Yeah, 12 was I think online.
14 is like the big MMO. I think this one was more like you could play it, but like it was made to be kind of like an online experience. Like you play with other people. But it's also a lot of astrology themes for like how the summons are and such. So it is very neat. But yeah, I mean, me personally, I'm feeling like I would summon him for clout. How are y'all feeling on it?
I'm feeling clout. Yeah, I'm feeling clout. That's a strong start.
I agree.
He's a very cool guy. So now, one of my favorite boys here is Alexander.
Alexander, yeah.
Which I can actually get him. See, I have a cheat sheet here. Because I can just type in this right here and do that. Yeah, so this is Alexander. Alexander is a summon from Final Fantasy VI. I believe that's the first instance of when you see him. He's been in other ones like Final Fantasy VII. This guy is just a huge castle. Legitimately, you summon him as a big old castle, and he, I can actually get more of his reoccurring appearances here. Yeah, this is some of the artwork of him. Like, he is just a gothic-styled castle. Super neat. You summon him, he just leans over and goes on the battlefield. And yeah, this is Final Fantasy VII, where he started in 6, but he's more remembered in 7, I believe.
7's not a good
model.
look.
Nah. Yeah, I was good. It's not a great look, but I don't know why. It gives me like Kingdom Hearts energy.
If it makes you feel better, Rebirth fixed a lot of that.
All right, now we're talking here.
Yeah,
no, he looks sick.
I'm telling you, he's just a big old castle. I will go ahead and say some of these guys for Final Fantasy 13, I believe, here. So he's a bit of a dork in 13.
Oh.
He's kind of like Yu-Gi-Oh card energy.
We all get puberty.
But 13 has a thing where it didn't have a lot of summons in 13 you could pull up, I believe, but they would change forms. So this guy becomes, oh wow, they're not gonna have a picture of it. All right, cool. Well, he just becomes like a big castle in the field. That's his big thing. Like he just spreads out as like a little castle structure. 13 wanted to go Transformers, and it is what it is. But yeah, so
Yep.
Alexander, he's kind of had some ups and downs with designs. Like the Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is the most recent one. 14 actually has him as well, which he looks dope.
Geez.
Like he is like a big building size. But,
That's cool.
But yeah, he's one of my favorites. He's just a big fucking castle, and I love him. He is like the stepson we always wanted.
So my thoughts on... Oh, go ahead after you.
Oh, I was actually... I think he's similar to the last one, where, like, don't know a lot of knowledge about him, but he's cool. But yeah, I'd summon him for clout myself.
Yeah, me
I'm
personally,
between common
I would
pick and
empty
clout.
my... Yeah, for me, personally, I would empty my MP for him. Like, absolutely. Like, this is my child, Kyle. This is my son. My son is a building.
All right, Slink, you might want to cover your ears for this one. Here's my counterpoints for Alexander. First, if you go back to the page, and since we're recording, it's on audio, right?
Yes.
Alexander, there's a second spelling of Alexander where they drop the second E, and I don't know why, but it infuriates me. Alexander, no, look at that first line. Alexander, also known as Alexander.
Oh yeah.
Why? I don't. Why?
Dude,
that's such a specific.
It's a great question,
and I'm about it.
It's a great question, but like, arguably, it's said the same unless you want to add like a little bit of like an Alexander.
Yeah, like how do you drop that E?
Maybe it's actually, you know what? Maybe it's Alex and Doctor.
Alex and Doctor. Oh, it's Alex and Doctor. All right.
Yeah.
That I would actually respect that.
He got a PhD in being building degrees.
Alternatively, his favorite album is Thanks for the Memories, because he's just about getting rid of those vowels.
All right. You know what? We'll even it out at clout.
I'm about to say, yeah, can we meet in the middle for clout?
We'll do clout.
Right.
He's absolutely clout. Like, I would just bust out the MP wallet and just be like, let's go, boys.
It's a stompy city where it just like it fires missiles. If you haven't seen it, just like projects this massive amount of missiles, or at least in FF8 I know it does.
Oh man, it's wonderful.
It is just, yeah, it is terrifying.
One more time. Okay,
that's cool.
Anima, I believe this one. Yeah, I believe Final Fantasy X was the first one this was in. It might be actually the only one.
Ew.
I think.
Yeah. So this is this fella. Let me get you a good image here.
Oh,
this
is very metal.
Very metal. It is like, such a metal summon.
Also, there's no feet even. Like, it's just another head with arms.
Talk about letting the dogs out, you know what I'm saying?
Just like, why am I down here? But yeah, this dude, like, the design reminds me a little bit of I almost want to say Gungrave as much as it hurts me to say that. But I do like this design. Mostly because Gungrave for me was a PS2 experience that I do not miss.
So there's also some context to the art here. Is that when you summon an FF10, it's a top half, bottom half. So you see like almost like a sprouting plant where the two sides of it like branch out, and then this horrifying chained creature like sprouts from in between. And at first you don't even realize that there's another like part to it. There's another. It's like submerged, and then you quickly find out, and you're like, oh. It is immensely powerful. It is a female. I'm just learning now on the.
Does that give you bonus points, Kyle?
We're getting there.
What else do we know about this? What is it's just like underworldly, but like does it?
I mean that's about it. I believe it is
darkness and death.
Yeah, I believe darkness and death themes. It has Blizzara and Firaga. That's kind of dope.
Dundaga and Waterga and
it's also got straight up death.
All right, so it's got a powerful resume. It's a little weak. The presentation I think is good. I think it's a great design when you think about it split into two parts. But like, I don't know. I'm not fully married to it. I
design-wise, it's great, but from what I remember, it was not the greatest in terms of fighting. It was there, but.
Yeah, I'm feeling. I don't know why, but maybe it's just because like I don't go for metal designs very much. I'm in the "is there no one else available" category myself. Design doesn't quite speak to me. It's got a weird Venus flytrap vibe to it with its coffin. Its feet not having feet and it having a weird gremlin for its feet. I'm not super into it myself.
You're not feeling.
I'm not feeling them.
Kyle was able to work feet into a single sentence 3 times. That's impressive.
I can make it 4 if you really count on me.
But yeah, so
I think. Okay.
So how are you feeling, Coda? Are you feeling like there's no one else available?
I feel like I'd land on common pick, but I wouldn't like fight for that. I feel like I'd leave it to you if it's in column A, column B.
Wait, I'm so sorry. Slink, did you say that it was it's female?
Yes.
Common pick.
Okay. What? Kyle's like that. Kyle's like, wait, I missed a note here.
My bad. That's bonus points.
All right.
Those are very specific criteria.
All
right. So here is a
jotting that down.
Just the notes.
Oh, hold on. Arc. Next one. Not Spark. Not Bismarck. Arc. There we go. Sorry. There's a lot of Arc at this place. But yeah, this is Arc from Final Fantasy XI.
That's a spaceship.
Yeah, it's an ultimate hey, here's another thing, Kyle. If you see the phrase Eidolon, what it is all of the summons are considered Eidolons. Like, they are the entities Eidolon. They're just referred to as summons because they are essentially summoned to the battlefield or wherever it is. There is also a robot form for this guy, too.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So we got that, and then we'll get an extra image here for that as well. So you got your ship design, which is kind of neat. It's got that usual like fantasy like dragon head look with like the weirdly pointy sword bit coming out of it.
Right.
But the transformation is like kind of cool though.
I like that. I like it. Like an angelic transformer.
Yeah. Like that. It's like Transformers if you were like on a pirate ship. But yeah, cool, I don't think it has a lot else going for it. It's Shadow. It doesn't have a lot that it does. But I mean, it's a flying ship. Like, I don't know. For me personally, I feel like I almost would say, is there no one else available? But like, I wouldn't be averse to putting it a little higher if y'all like it.
So here's my 2 cents. I'm gonna say is there no one else available, because I think it's a strong presentation where like, oh, it's just a ship and it transforms for the first time and it blows your mind. But that trick gets real old real quick. Like, once you've been wowed out of that factor, it's like a lackluster ship and like a okay looking robot mech thing. I don't know. It's kind of bland, to be honest.
Yeah, if we're going off of design, then I agree. It's like, oh, that's cool. It doesn't feel lazy, but it doesn't wow you either. And even then, once you see, like, They're like, oh, I'm summoning a god. Like, oh, I'm summoning a being from another dimension. What do you got? My Uber. It's not quite as impressive.
Yeah, I take Ark out for dinner once, and it's an amazing first night. But then I realize there's no substance to the relationship. That's it. They're a one trick. That's it. There's
the only upside.
There's nothing else.
The only upside to Ark is that it could be like the Charles from that Choose Your Own Adventure Henry Stickmin game, where his main plan is just flying headfirst with his helicopter into the enemy, and you just see this giant sword going, "This is the greatest plan." But yeah, other than that, I feel like I'd be looking around for somebody else to call first. Like, if that's the last pick, I'm like, all right, fine, come in, buddy. But I mean, if I've got options, like our good friend Asura here, which we're about to pull that one up.
I see an animation already, which I'm not sure if I'm prepared for.
Oh man, it's all right. Oh, whoops, I'm on the wrong screen.
Ooh.
There we go. Asura. Yeah, this one has actually been in several different games.
Ooh.
Asura is a multi-headed entity. It's got...
Oh, it's Zora's move. Got it.
Yeah, let's see. I can scroll down and it'll show Final Fantasy IV. Also, Final Fantasy IV had one of the, I think it was a DS remake, so you get a little bit of a 3D. It's basically, think something kind of like Vishnu, multi-armed, 3 faces. It's got different weapons in its arms. But yeah, you summon it, and I'm trying to think what is the abilities it has, because I think it did different elements in its attack. Oh, that's right. When you're fighting it, it changes faces. It does. One is supportive. The other one is more offensive, and the third one I think is status ailments. So as you're fighting it, the faces change, and because in Final Fantasy IV, you didn't just find the summon and go "Hey, you're my friend." You had to fight these guys, and then you earn their respect to go, "All right, Rydia can call us in. She can 411 this shit." But but otherwise, you didn't have a summon in that game, and this is where it first started. And I believe, this is one of the things I was talking about, Kyle. How sometimes it just changes into an enemy, and it just becomes a big purple guy. So it's a sort of Final Fantasy X, and 14 I think actually goes back. But I don't believe you summon this in 14. I think you fight this one, because you fight a lot of summons in Final Fantasy 14. But yeah, it's a neat design. I really like it. As far as summoning wise, I don't know. It's not a bad pick. It's just, I don't know. For me, it's a lot of the design work in it.
I like the uniqueness of the 3 different faces having 3 different styles that you can use the summon for. So I actually I would say for Clout, because it's really unique, and I think that's really cool.
Oh, Clout, how are you feeling, Coda?
I'm probably common pick. I like the design. Looking at the little animation that we're forced to look at here, one of those faces gives me trauma.
Is it
I won't tell you which
red?
one. I'm not going to tell you which one, but one of those gives me trauma, and I don't like looking at it. But we've all had off days, and Final Fantasy X as a monster, that was a rough day. It's fine. We all have days we wake up we're not quite ourselves. We're a little misaligned. That's fine. I totally get it. But I enjoyed the design, but I'm not entirely sold. It's it's well designed. It's a cool concept, but I'm not wowed.
Okay. Slinky, you be the deciding factor.
See, I feel like I put this as a common pick, because I do like Asura as a summoning option. It's also a fun boss to fight. I would say it's close to Cloud, but I don't know. I'm already looking at my boy Alexander up here, and just you can't hold a candle for that.
Yeah,
Alexander's the wall for that.
But if I had a Rolodex, I would absolutely see Asura pop up and be like, "Oh shit, I better call Asura." Asura's no joke.
That's cool. I agree with that.
Okay, so now our next one is I think you're gonna like this one here. So let me.
I'm seeing I saw the little preview we got for him, and I'm interested.
Oh, buddy. So this is this is Atamos.
Hey!
Yeah, this abomination.
I hate love him.
I believe this is a Final Fantasy 9 if I remember.
Yep.
Yes, it is. Yeah, if I remember correctly, this thing you throw things in, it just eats it. It just goes.
Throw it in the hole. Yeah.
Yeah, because in 9, I think you had 2. It was a dagger and the rat lady. Is that right? The 2 that could summon? No, I'm thinking of somebody else maybe. Final Fantasy 9 is another one of those that I really got to play because I've absorbed it so much through cultural osmosis, but I haven't had a chance to really sit down with it. But I know there's 2 people I can summon. But yeah, look at this. A giant mouth that sucks everything into its depths. Like, what more needs to be said about this?
God, I miss her. Anyways, yeah.
This is just Nightmare Kirby. Like, that's what you summon.
It is Nightmare Kirby.
Look at the other iteration in 11. This one's like kind of doofy. I think I'm in the same category here. I like love it, but I also kind of hate it.
Oh yeah, now the earlier versions of this too. It was just an enemy, but like that's kind of cool looking.
That's real cool. Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah,
it being like a portal.
Oh yeah, this is 11. 11 is
Yeah.
straight up the floating meatballs from that Stephen King movie that eats up space time. But like,
oh my god!
But like they went past al dente, it just got a little bit too burnt. So yeah, this
They're a little cooked.
Yeah, they straight up just eat space, and they're just like, this doesn't need to be here. Just take it.
All right. So I need to clarify one thing with this monster is that it's one of its attacks is called G-Force 199, which again is 199 G-Force.
That's the power
break.
of the suck, man. It's like a Dyson vacuum. Imagine if
like
Dyson was
terrifying.
like, this Eldritch Horror could be yours for $500. With 199 G-forces of suck, there won't be a single thing of, there won't be a single speck of dirt or a soul left. Just gonna be honest with you guys, I would leave this motherfucker on red.
No, I would fight for at least common pick because I adore how stupid he is, but I also hate everything about him. So I can't go empty MP or clout, but I can't go is there no one else or unread. I would say like it depends on how my eggs ran this morning for how I feel about this guy. So I want to go right in the middle.
Oh, how are you feeling, Coda?
I'm putting big suck in. Is there no one else available? I'm in the middle. I love it. I hate it, but like.
All right, big sucks going right here beside Ark.
Okay.
What this really is there no one else available? Like,
yeah,
we look over at Ark first. Ark is almost back up to common pick just for that.
you look at your
notification.
You look at your phone, no notifications. I guess I'll call Atomos.
Yes.
All right.
Atomos just smiles big, which by the way is the same face it always has. It doesn't change. It just exists. All right, so now one of my favorite boys here, Bahammer.
A classic.
I forgot the name was a little different because the Super Nintendo had I think it was the Super Nintendo that had a limited amount of letters, so like Bahamut was Bahammer for some reason. But yeah, so
it was the same guy. Okay, cool.
Bahamut. Let's
Oh my god,
big B man.
Yeah, so this is Bahamut. Bahamut is a big old dragon. The classic
Slink,
style
that's
of
Dragon
art.
King to you.
Dragon King.
True.
Bahamut's got a few different variations, but like I separated them because they are counted as separate summons in different games. So I was like, I'll put them to the side. There's also this fun little doofy sprite here that I love so much. Fell on the PSP. Just look at him.
Barney?
Yeah, he's like Barney who flexed.
Barney who went to the gym.
Budget Ridley.
Oh yeah, a little bit. Now I will say, let me see, is there Final Fantasy? Yes, Final Fantasy V. I do like the sprite work for Final Fantasy V. It is kind of nice. Because he is straight up just like kind of like classy dragon look, but he's got that little electric orb mouth thing that he does.
Hell yeah.
Also, I think Final Fantasy VII Remake. Is that? Yeah, here we go. This.
Oh my
god! Look at that! Like that is like Digimon, but like trying to be hot.
Dude.
Wow. Did it settle down?
I know
he had a glow up.
I'm hyping this guy up.
He actually, you know what he is? He is those mobile ad games where like the dude gets picked on and robbed and like beaten to a bloody mess, and like he hits the gym and becomes level 100, and then he becomes the mafia guy on the block. Like that's what happened here.
Yes.
Like, but this is like one of my favorite summons. Just super cool dude. Just all around, like in game, like he's always a great pick for attacks. Just does a bunch of damage. I think, if I remember correctly, I think he cuts through a little bit of defense. So like he's even better. But yeah, this dude is cool. For me, like personally, I would empty my MP for him.
Every ounce of MP. Dakota, what are you thinking? Because I would
it's
put
a high
every
rating.
ounce.
It's a high rating. I'm trying my best not to be swayed by the fact that this design is incredible, right? Like, this design's so good.
He's the king of dragons!
I know,
Dragons
but
are cool!
Dragons are really cool. I just want to make sure that, like, his Bahamut being a king doesn't assure that he's getting an MP slot, right? Like, I'm trying to make sure that I'm thinking through it. My
Coda,
heart
I bet
says
Bahamut
yes.
believes in the One Piece.
You trying to bribe me?
I remember, yeah, Bahamut told me last time I summoned him. He said the One Piece is real. Like, Arakeno and Nunomo, and then he sung to me. He was really chill.
Can you bring up the Bahamut? I definitely don't support common pick. It's either 4 Cloud or MP. Can you bring up this design is incredible, and I'm really trying not to be swayed by it. Can we see maybe Bahamut on one of the good but not as good days? Okay.
Bahamut first
Strong
soldier.
performance. Okay.
Yeah. Oh wait, hold on. Good but not good days. It
Oh
gets
my
hard though
God.
because
What
like
we
it
got going
gets
on
cooler.
here?
This is
all right,
Crisis Core.
MP. All right.
Look
I
at
don't
that.
care.
Put him in the top category. He deserves it.
It's right there. Look at that good boy. All right.
I am the servant, and he is the king. I don't care.
I am the servant. I bow.
Let's see.
I bow.
Oh, actually, you know what? That was the second Bahamut. That was Bahamut Fury.
Oh.
So we know Bahamut Fury is going up
Right
here for
next to him.
sure. So okay, so Bahamut Fury there. For clout for regular Bahamut.
Wait. So
I'm
just
still
that
feeling-
one?
I forgot that Bahamut Fury
Oh.
was a second version of Bahamut you could summon. He was specifically to Final Fantasy VII's Crisis Core. But that's
How many more Bahamuts do we have?
Oh, there's Bahamut Neo, and then there's
Zero.
Bahamut Zero, and then there's Bahamut that works down at the local pizzeria, but I didn't include him on the list.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, that's
he was
Bahamut
talking about like
Zero.
missing kids. It was
Or
weird.
sorry, yeah, Bahamut Fury.
Dude, I'm gonna keep it up. I'm
I
gonna
like
keep
him.
it
I
up.
I like him in the
A
MP
buck
slot.
50. A buck 50. I'm gonna keep it with you. Every Bahamut, put every drop of my MP is
Just
for
every-
my king.
Just every Bahamut, just every one.
And put him up there.
Let's
I'm
see.
fine with those two. I think I'm gonna fight on Neo.
So you're gonna fight
That's
on.
fair.
I
Okay.
feel like Neo's probably gonna land in for clout for me, but let's we can
We'll
get there
see.
when we
So
get
this
there.
one,
Yeah.
let me see. Control V. Bahamut Zero. Yeah, Bahamut Zero is another one of those versions of Bahamut.
Terra Flare. God.
But yeah, so this is what he looks like in Final Fantasy VII for the PlayStation.
Okay.
A bit polygonal, but essentially he had like extra wings, and if I remember correctly, he flew up into space in order to shoot
Yep.
a beam down, like an ion cannon.
And the wings like lock in. They're like
Yes, he is like. Actually, there's a little video right here. Never mind, it's private.
Oh, never mind. It's right. I can imagine.
Yo, can you
I
go to
can
that concept art?
Oh yeah, here's the concept for him too.
Oh, that's so
His head's a-
cool.
like
It's pretty cool.
he's so sharp looking. But yeah,
I'm a
Bahamut
sucker.
Zero. Yeah, I'm kind of with Kyle. Like Bahamut Zero is another one that I would just immediately be like, he is. You know what? The king has his best men as well. I feel like he fits up there.
we're locking in all Bahamuts.
Well, so far.
Here's the thing, right? I gotta be honest. I'm easily swayed by Bahamut because I'm a D&D nerd, and in Dungeons and Dragons lore, Bahamut is so cool, and these designs and the things he does, even in Final Fantasy, are just so cool. So I'm a Bahamut fanboy. I'll be so yeah. I am fine for at least one of the Bahamuts being in 4 clout, so that way it's not just the nobles up in the NP tier.
All right, you know what? I will say in comparison to the other two, Bahamut Zero is he's a little lesser in design wise because
I would actually say Fury myself.
See, I feel like I'd be happy with for clout, because here's the thing: if you summon him, you just look like Seto Kaiba. Like, you're immediately the cool guy.
Yeah, I definitely support 4 clout.
But if I may, can he be at the top of 4 clout?
Oh, like right in the
Wait,
front.
above the cool, above A.
You know,
our boy A?
I'll say he's in front of that. Actually, I feel like right here, he's ahead of Alexander. I just really like this sick
I
Ganondorf
love that
look.
Yeah.
So you know what? I feel like
I love that design.
Adremalek here, Bahamut Zero, and then my son. I feel like that's a good balance.
That's fair. That's a good balance. I like it.
All right. Okay, now here's another one of my neat designs I came across. Belius. This is actually more of the Final Fantasy 12 espers you can summon.
Oh.
So yeah, this guy,
like
if anything ever made you go, hey, that's Elden Ring, like, this is it, like, right here.
I was gonna say, it's like they turned Ifrit into an Elden Ring guy. That's what he looks like.
That's like you just see the health bar pop up and the music, and the dude just swings his hammer at you.
Okay. Is there 2 entities or are there 2 heads?
I believe it's if I remember correctly, it's like it's like a regular person, and then imagine you extended the shoulder torso up and had like another set of arms and like a head. So you were kind of like double. It's kind of like the fire giant from Elden Ring, but instead of a big goofy face, it's just like straight up a regular dude, and then he just has like 1.5 dudes on top.
Okay, I hope we're not killing the vote here, but I can't stop seeing that there's a face in the helmet that almost looks like what's the Muppet in the trash can?
Looking like it's not Grim. No, it's not Grimace. Grimace, the purple thing from
Grouch?
McDonald's. Yeah, Grouch.
No, I think Grouch.
Yeah, Grouch.
Oh my god, I see it.
So you're
It's the
seeing
eyes.
Grouch.
It's the eye. There's like there's the 2 darker parts, and then I see the brow of the eyes above it.
You know what? I see it a little bit.
Yeah, and I can't stop seeing it on both of them now.
Dude, is it bad that makes me like him more?
No, not at all.
I love that.
You just summon him, and he's immediately in a foul mood.
Oscar the Grouch.
Oscar.
Yeah.
All right.
You summon Belius, and it's just a trash can, and he just pops out of it.
Yeah, I feel like I'm feeling like
common.
a tie between common or clout. I'm leaning a little more towards common, actually.
Yeah, I'll fight down that cloud.
Fight down the clout.
I have no qualms. That's an easy dunk down the common pick.
I agree. That's an easy common.
Yeah, he is neat looking though.
Yeah.
All right, so
There's a
now
charm to it.
we're on to our boy Bismarck here.
Dog. I will, you know what? I'm not going to judge based off a preview. I will make my judgments as I see him. That looks like a ball sack. I'm just going to be so upset with that.
All right, let's just put that on the table. Is that a good description or a bad
Kyle's like,
description?
I'm not going to judge him based on his look. That is a left nut I'm seeing on screen. So, let's see. We'll get rid of the analyst. So, yeah, he's got some other forms he's taken. Like, Final Fantasy 11,
Whoa.
he is much more like whale monster look.
That's a Digimon, but I'm about it.
Yeah, it is very much a Digimon look. And then this is Final Fantasy 13. He's a little more of a, again, Final Fantasy 13 had a thing where they were like, we want summons to be like Transformers. So Bismarck was like a big building.
We're back to ball sack style.
Yeah,
Dude,
it's
Wait a minute. He totally is a Digimon. Hold on a minute. I was thinking of one, and I was like, wait, hold on. I had to look up the name.
Oh, dude.
I'm posting it in chat.
He's also a straight up, I think, an airship. Oh yeah, dude, that is straight up Bismarck.
That's him.
He's a
And a
Digimon,
Digimon.
he's a whale. He's also a little bit of a Greek god look as well.
Wait. That's a cool design. That is a very like mythical god look. I like that.
Well, but look, go up. The other art.
Oh yeah.
Is that just That's just a narwhal.
Yeah, this is my favorite. Final Fantasy 15. He's just a straight up whale.
It's a whale with a horn.
Yeah.
I'm watching National Geographic right now. Are you kidding me?
Narwhals swimming through the ocean. Okay, anyways. So our Digiboy Ballsack whale here. He's had a lot of like glow ups and glow downs and then back to glow ups again. But honestly, let's see. He was in Final Fantasy 6. And let's see. He had Breach Blast. He also taught Fire, Blizzard, Thunder, and Raise.
Sure.
So yeah, he was like a little bit of everything. Cool. Wasn't a lot of MP. He's like 50. So I don't know. I feel like he's a good common pick for me. Like, he's a neat guy.
There's enough of a theme of Ballsack that I can't say that I'm fully on board on for clout. But there is some good days. There's some good class photos where Bismarck really showed up. So I think common pick I really support. Of
Are
anything.
you saying that you would have an instance where you would drop a D's nuts joke as you summon Bismarck?
Oh, dang it. Stop making it.
No, get out of my mind. Get out.
Oh, it would be perfect.
Oh, so how are you feeling, Kyle?
I feel like I would be like, I summon Wendy's, no, and then that's how I would summon him when I do. I keep him in common. I can't get Waymon out of my mind.
He's a common pick, but he's a great meme.
He is.
Yeah, so now this one coming up. This one's name is Boko. And
That looks like a straight up chocobo.
I die for Boko.
it would help if I actually went back to the summon list. Boko is a chocobo, Kyle. He is specifically a non-junctioning from Final Fantasy VIII, which, by the way, Final Fantasy VIII is the game that when I first started playing it, it immediately went into, like, math for equipping summons and being like, here's how you can business degree micromanage and like maximize outputs for these, but you have to draw in the right stock from the field. And I'm like, I'm gonna go play Final Fantasy VII again. So Final Fantasy VIII, I do like the junction dysfunction though. But Boko is very adorable. It's like a baby chocobo, and you use little lentils to summon him, I believe. He is just a precious boy. Like, look at him in like a 3D render. Just cute little bird. Just nice little bird here. He grows into this eventually, into a full chocobo. But like for Final Fantasy VIII, he is just a little bird, tiny baby.
Every ounce of my MP. I love this.
He's a precious boy. I feel like Kyle's feeling top tier here. How are you feeling, Coda?
I mean, I adore Boko. It's always funny to me, like the dichotomy of like, I'm gonna summon a dragon that can go into space and like shoot lasers, and like I'm gonna summon this cute little bird and he's gonna like throw fire at you. You're like, wait, what? Huh? I adore.
Oh yeah, he does do a pretty good attack as well. So I'm feeling like I feel like I'd make him one of my top picks here. Like I would have no problem with Boko being a bro.
I also really love the idea of the two picks in top tier being Bahamut, God of Dragons, and
Bahamut Fury, and then Boko.
Little squeaky bird that you could ride.
Boko the baby boy.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I agree with this.
Yeah, I think I support either high for cloud or low MP.
Let's see. I feel like me and Kyle are democracying this into MTR.
You're on board with MP. Okay.
He is precious. All right.
Yeah, defend at all costs.
So now, this one, it's technically an enemy, but you can actually get them as a summon. So I put a few of those in because they are technically on the list of summonable things. But this is straight up Bomb. Bomb is an enemy that, much like the sound of it, it explodes. But it doesn't explode right away. You fight it a little bit, and when it gets low health, it goes, it explodes on you. But you can summon it and then make it explode on things. So you have this kind of like goofy face from the remake of Final Fantasy V. This one's from iOS specifically. There's also some good old sprite work here that I'll try and blow up here to see. Yeah, there you go.
I like that. I don't know if it shows on there, but I always like the tactic sprites because they just look very Gremlin-esque, and I like that.
Actually, there might be a tactics one. There is also Final Fantasy VII.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, the polygons were eating a bit. This was Crisis Core, I think. He's got a little more crazy eye. Really, the big thing that only changed was Final Fantasy 13, where they imprisoned him inside of a polygonal sphere.
Well, we're rolling for initiative? What the hell?
Yeah, it's a little weird. Again, Final Fantasy 13 was like, what if they were Transformers? And everybody said, and then Square was like, I don't know. What if they were? So a lot of that is a feeling I get. But yeah, like this guy's kind of cool looking. This is from Type O, which is one of those obscure Final Fantasies from the sound of it. But yeah, he's just straight up an explosive guy. Also, Final Fantasy 15 was Final Fantasy 15 was like nature. Like that's the one that well, actually, not so much nature as it was hanging out with your bros. But you were in a car driving around the country, and stuff looked like you would actually see it in the wild. I love this. He's just straight up a fireball, like beautifully rendered flame. But I don't think there's ever a point where his function changes. He just uses a fire spell and explodes, and that's about it. For me, I feel like, I don't know. I feel like for him, like I would just be like, is there anybody else? But not like, I'll put him ahead of though, because he is kind of nice. It's just, there's got to be a lot better picks.
I agree. Yeah, I would do Is There No One Else Available because he has a charm, right? But he's kind of similar to the Warship where like you summon it and you're like, oh, this is so cool, or this is so fun. And then after a few times you're like, is there anybody else? Or
Yeah, I think it's like kind of a weak performance. So I definitely agree with the Is There No One Else Available. I'd even debate like the higher end of Would Leave Unread. Because it's a big fireball, it just like explodes. Like it's, again, if I were to take like this out on a date, like it's gonna end in a bad way. It doesn't have anything other than just like go at things and explode. That's its tactic.
He does have the face of someone who's looking at the phone, waiting to see those 2 check marks pop up.
Yeah.
So you know what? I might agree with you there. I would respectably leave him unread. Like it's more like ghosting because you don't want to hurt his feelings, mostly because he'll explode.
And the worst part is going to be what it's up against. These are talking like look at Bahamut, like this compared to Bahamut, like I wouldn't even blink. Like I would be like, get this little like fiery cotton ball out of my face because
that's just him looking at his phone like the entire time you're summoning all these people, and he's just like, you'll see a message eventually.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure he just forgot. I should send him another message tomorrow.
He's a busy man. He's a busy man.
He's a busy man.
The 30th text will go through. It's fine.
Now this one I believe
they always get bad signals. The brother.
Now this one I believe is only in Final Fantasy VIII. I don't think there were too many other places. Let me see. Yeah, I think there were enemies in other ones like Final Fantasy V. 8 you summoned, and then other ones I think you just fought them again.
The later iterations look like a death claw from Fallout.
A little bit, yeah.
It has some similarities, yeah.
Let's see, we'll get rid of the bombs. So like the brothers, they're just 2 bros. You summon them and they're like bro and like big bro and little bro help each other out. They do a cool attack. Again, there's junctioning stuff, but
there's an incredibly important thing here is that when you summon them in FF8, they play rock, paper, scissors to see who they're going to use, whether it's going to be the big one or the little one. The little one, I believe, is actually the much stronger one and much more commonly loses. I have to double check that, but so they play rock, paper, scissors. And then they like they're
rock,
all
paper,
earth-based
crossblades.
Oh my!
That's a death claw. Sorry, that is a death claw.
This is Final Fantasy Fallout.
It is.
And then I like this one. It's very cartoony.
I like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, You know what? For them, I would probably for these, I'd probably say common.
Here's the thing, right? I was 100% because we're judging them not just out of the different enemies or things. They're only a summon in Final Fantasy VIII, and overall, I'd say common. But because of that mechanic, that when they come out, they play rock, paper, scissors, and there's a silly RNG mechanic, I really love that, and I want to put them in, like, at least the bottom of Fort Cloud.
Oh.
I was thinking, like, top of common pick, but I would also see, like, bottom of 4 Cloud.
You know, I'll say it with Kyle. It's very much a Mario and Luigi feel, like the RPG game specifically. So you know what? We'll say bottom of Cloud, just above the top of common pick.
And I mean, if you're going out on a date, I mean, you have one for each arm, right? I mean,
yeah.
the brother concept's a little strange to it, but I mean,
I was gonna say they do paper rock scissors to see who pays the bill.
Oh, there you go. Yeah,
I like that.
Oh man! All right. So after brothers, we get oh yeah, this one is also a summon, but is also an enemy.
Okay.
Which I believe he actually is summonable in several games.
Oh, Cactuar.
Yeah, this little guy, Kyle. You'll love this little fella. So
I know
let's look
this
at his
guy. He rules.
Yeah, a little reoccurring here. Like, look, I love that they got a thing for scale here as well. So like, you see specifically, he's like up to your knee.
Oh my god, I love that. Yeah, I was gonna say he was my main for hockey in the Super Mario Brothers 3-on-3 sport game where Final Fantasy characters were in there. Because Square Enix helped with the game.
I love this face. It's just the constant face of someone who's like, "Don't come in here, I'm busy."
Wait.
Ooh.
Sorry, you just reminded me of Rigmarole. He does that face and so his animations. Wait.
I love that meme.
I also
dude.
love just seeing him in the wild. He's like a pickle. He's like,
Yeah. Oh, he's so pickled there.
He's like, oh. Let's see. I think he's in 15 as well. He had a little bit of variation. Like he's more
like
pickly
those
cactus.
Can you go up a little bit? What was the other?
Oh yeah, 11.
Oh, I don't like that one.
Put
that
this is
one
like
back.
Oh, it's
this
too,
is like
it's too
when
sexy.
somebody
Put it away.
This is like when somebody does a Gmod like version. It's like a Gmod skin.
Why does it
an
have
old
hips?
gym sock. I hate it.
Yeah, why does it have hips?
Oh, it's unfortunate. Now this one
All right,
feels a little bit like
that
Mario.
one.
This is like a Mario style look. I like this.
It is. I like that a lot.
That's
would
how
actually-
hips should be.
I could expect that in like Mario Wonder.
Yeah, I could 100%. The eye design is especially like Mario-esque.
Yeah, I love how Final Fantasy 15 just goes right back to standard. Just they are like, you know what? Back to basics. Just get this
You're like,
running.
"What's
Just get this no running sign. Like, boy, just very surprised.
He is also, fun fact, also one of the only representations of anything Final Fantasy in Kingdom Hearts 3.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Because Kingdom Hearts 3, while Kingdom Hearts is supposed to be Final Fantasy and Disney, in Kingdom Hearts 3, there was like no Final Fantasy stuff besides like a Cactuar reference, and that was one of the only things. I'm
man.
common.
Yeah, I'm feeling common with this one. How about you, Coda?
Yeah, I'm common. I'm totally on board with common.
All right.
Do we want to pour after the ball sack?
I think I headed it.
Ballsack.
You said before.
No. Yeah, the duality of man. Coda, you decide. I'm 100% before Ballsack.
Before, yeah. I support before.
All right, so we'll have here the common pick. All right,
Okay.
and then
Slink, when you told me like, yeah, we're gonna do this tier list, I was not expecting on like my little bingo sheet of what we were gonna talk about tonight to be, yeah, before Ballsack.
oh, you see, that's the beautiful thing, Kyle. We never know what's gonna happen until we get you in here.
Perfect.
You are the variable that no one can ever expect. And we love
I
you
imbue
all that
chaos
much
in
for it.
everything.
Let's see.
Appreciate it, boss.
Kate Sith.
Okay, Sith.
Yeah, Kate Sith is actually interesting because Kate Sith is a character that you play in Final Fantasy VII, but he is an enemy or a summon in other games. So Final Fantasy VI, he's definitely a summon. He is, in the games, a playable robotic character with I think an Irish accent, like Irish Gaelic. Like he goes straight up Irish Gaelic in the remake, and it is wonderful. But yeah, but that's not specifically the case that we're looking at. The one we're looking at that you actually summon is either the little sprite form boy, or my question here is the house cat someone shoved into a small Aztec vase.
No, that's Walmart brand Grook or whatever the Mandalorian Yoda is. That's
we have
is
case
great
sit at
value,
home.
baby
You can't
Yoda.
bring him with you if this is the case sit at home.
Case sit at home.
Oh, but yeah.
I normally like stupid things, but I hate this design. This
Yeah.
makes me
I
very
hate it
irritated.
too.
What is below it?
What?
This is a
What?
costume. It's a
Oh, it's a
costume.
rejected.
Yeah.
Thank God. Oh my God.
This was a costume, I think, from Final Fantasy 13.
Oh, it's
for
a
Lightning.
costume.
So
okay.
yeah, if you wanted some
Okay.
mixed
I was like-
feelings, that was going to be there. Also, Final Fantasy 11. This is, let me see, is this an enemy or it's one of the main characters? Oh no, it's one of the characters. Oh, okay. But yeah, this is like more of like almost like
that's
a
a cute design.
a whimsy sprite design. Yeah, Kate,
Alice
if
in
you
Wonderland
needed
vibe. I
a
like it.
Yeah.
actually, yeah, that feels like a good description. K-Sith is one of those things where if you want an example of like a glow up and then a glow down, and then
That's a
and
that's a
then
rough
Mom, I
thing
feel
to overlook.
weird. That's it's a whole
All right.
range of emotions.
I think we discredit the last one because that was designed but not used.
Yeah, so that was just
I see.
yeah, that was just a costume
wasn't
design
designed.
for Lightning.
So we don't have to worry about the costume.
But no, this is our boy here. So for me,
I ain't
I
reading
feel,
that shit.
I feel like
I
yeah,
I
I'm
ain't
fine
reading
with
that.
unread.
Can we? I either low, no one else available, or the high. I think the highest of would leave unread because there is redemption in other games, but that design is rough, and that's going to be the one we're looking at here on the charts.
You know, actually, you know what? I will say just a little bit above Suction Kirby Demon here.
No,
I'd be happy
Kirby
with that.
Demon higher than that. Kirby
Yeah,
Demon higher
Big
than
Suck.
all right, fine.
I would, I put Big Suck above that.
All
that.
right.
Yeah, I want the suck before I want that fuck.
We want those 199 G's, all right?
It's
Oh my
199
God.
Jesus suck. How do you say no to that?
How funny would it be if we just put it like top of like at the top tier? 199 G's. Did I say that wrong?
I'll be a little bit.
Did I stutter?
I'll be a little concerned if by the end of this it manages to work its way up into like would absolutely empty MP. I would add an asterisk that says there was no choice.
Slink it. That'd be ridiculous. He gets his own tier above MP.
All right, so now this boyo is a carbuncle, which if you watch Game Grumps as often as I do, you'll know the phrase "the carbuncle ate itself," which has nothing to do with Final Fantasy. I just thought it was really funny. But yeah, carbuncle has had a lot of different forms. One of those was a squirrel with like this kind of red gem. There's also carbuncle as an enemy from Final Fantasy V. There's carbuncle the summon from, I think, Final Fantasy VI, but also 5. The rejected, almost Dragon Ball-esque design, which I really like this. This feels like the Sunday morning comic paper version of Alien, but like in anime form.
I don't know how I feel about that design, but it is scrap, so I'll keep that. Those
If it
thoughts
makes
to the
you,
side.
well, if it makes you feel better, Final Fantasy VII Remake has like the. Okay, I can't get over the fact it just has a big forehead.
I also hate this design.
I hate it.
I
Oh
feel
my
like
God.
I feel like this is just where he's like, I'm smarter than you, and it's just a regular dog.
Get that pet smart looking ass out of here. I don't
Hold
want
on.
it.
This, FF8 had a great iteration.
Yeah.
I mean, this is like
I
the
like
concept.
this better.
Like,
This is like a more fantasy creature.
That's
This
cute.
is PetSmart advertising for Final Fantasy VII.
I hate
Final
it.
Fantasy VIII. Okay, so a little bit about Carbuncle. Carbuncle is a protective creature, so it's all about shielding, protective energy. So Final Fantasy VIII sorry, I lost my words looking at this.
Oh, sorry.
Final Fantasy VIII had like almost like Mew energy, where it's like kind of mysterious. It's like very shielding, very protecting, and I loved it in 8. But seeing everything else I'm seeing right now, I'm not thrilled.
Yeah, I will say
there's
one
a
of my
mixture.
favorites. I was actually showing a bud this, and I believe it was Final Fantasy 15. Is that right? Let me see. Yeah, 15. Just straight up a little Fennec Fox with like a tiny horn, and she was like, "It looks like a discount cosplay," and I was like, "Well, at least it's part of the story."
All right,
That looks like the thing that's gonna keep me stuck in tutorials for like 2 hours. Can you go down to tactics, by the way?
Oh yes, check this out. Tactics goes back to like that Dragon Ball-esque look.
See, I love this. I love that design, but that's not.
I love
like,
the
majority
sassiness
of
of this as well, by the way. Like, it's got like the arms up, and it's just like, I'm sorry, you needed something. I didn't hear, please.
Yeah, because I play and just you know, Coda, my Final Fantasy experience is Final Fantasy 14, an hour of Final Fantasy 7, and then all the tactics games. I love the tactics games, and that's where most of my Final Fantasy knowledge comes from. So Carbuncle has been one of the few summons where I'm like, I know this guy. Hold on a minute. So I like him, but he's definitely like, yeah.
All right, so here's my breakdown on Carbuncle. It's despite being adorable, and so the combination of loving it in FF8 and loving the design in Tactics, I feel like it's struggling with its identity. And again, if we're out on a date, I feel like it's trying too hard to be so many things that it's actually not. I feel like there's a superficial layer on Carbuncle that it is trying to do everything except be itself, and I don't really like that superficiality. So I put it pretty low, either low common pick or probably like mid to low. Is there no one else available?
I would do Is There No One Else Available? Also because of gameplay, because that was a summon I never use, because I'm like, I have white mages that can do everything you're doing right now, Bucko, and if I'm using a summoner, I'm using them for DPS. Is there no one else available?
Yeah,
well, if there's two
honestly,
things,
in 8 it was the same thing too.
If there's two things I do know, it's definitely above Final Fantasy 13's Kate Sith, and I know y'all will not let it go past Demon Kirby there, so I'm just gonna put it right here.
Don't you dare, Slink.
True.
Don't you dare.
You put respect on his name.
You keep
Carbuncle's got 100 G's max.
You keep the big suck where it's at.
Listen, Big Suck is growing on me. You could say it's sucking me down, you know?
Alright, so now this one, Catoblepus, is that what it's pronounced? Yeah, Catoblepus.
Oh.
This fella is a summon, and I think is also an enemy in some games. But
it should be.
It's had a lot of different variations, just as like bad guys. It's like it's changed a lot. Like this is a very gross thing.
That's a thing.
Yeah, and then it kind of graduated into more like a cow. So
what the hell?
Yeah,
as one does.
Angry cow, and I'm like, all right. So it got a little better, and then it got to Final Fantasy V, which is where it kind of had like this almost like long neck, like not a bull, but oh my god, I'm blanking. Not a pig.
A confused giraffe.
That too, I guess.
Yeah, dude, this looks like if I accidentally left my dishes.
Boar. Yeah, there we go.
Boar, yeah. This shit looks like every single one of these look like if I leave my dishes in the sink for like a few weeks longer than I really should have, and something starts growing, it's this motherfucker is what I'm seeing.
I'm a little worried they're there for a few weeks, but yeah, Final Fantasy VI kind of settled more on like Ganondorf's son.
Okay, yeah, that's a good description for it. I hate him still, but yeah.
Yeah, like he couldn't grow his beard or hair, right? So he just kind of has this weird, like, little red patch. But
Cyclops boar with long necks sometimes.
Yeah.
What the heck happened in FF9?
Whoa, yeah, let's go to 9.
Like,
wait, what? Oh, God! Put it away! Okay, This thing isn't even getting on unread. I want a new tier, and I blocked him. It's blocked. Period. I want a bottom tier for this guy.
Wait,
He's
hold on.
blocked
Oh wait,
out
that
of
is
my
a straight up giraffe.
Oh. Oh, it can't win. It can't win.
Oh my god! It blocked.
Have you seen Alex the Lion anywhere?
Does it get worse? Is there more?
Oh man,
Yeah,
dude, it gets all over the
Oh.
place. Like there's a straight up orc.
Now.
This
Like-
is the least. I would put this at bottom.
I like that 15 does kind of go back towards Final Fantasy V. I will say this is a better iteration though.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is. But what does it do?
Suffer.
It's in the Douce
also makes me
region.
suffer.
They're enormous enemies with high amounts of HP. And it's also fought
It's an
during the Hunt
enemy.
Marshmallows. Yeah. Some of the later games, they're just enemies. Some of the earlier games, they're enemies and/or summons. It changes on the Final Fantasy game.
Just to give it some credit, can you open that image that for Final Fantasy Dimensions 2, whatever that
Yeah.
is?
Now that is
'Cause
pretty
that's
cool
not
looking.
bad.
See,
That's
it
real
went
sick,
back
yeah.
to cow. It got cool again, being cow.
Can I say it was also Chameleon there for like a game or two?
Oh yeah,
It
the
did look
abomination.
familiar for a
Not that one. Not that
Oh, hi,
one.
buddy.
Not that
Oh,
one.
no.
Not that
Oh.
one. That one.
That.
Yeah,
Oh, I
that
hate
thing.
that.
This is how it started. This is where it ended up. It's had quite a
Like
journey.
Bad game of telephone.
I'm still putting this like bottom of the barrel. This is like the least I've seen. That design's cool. That last one is, but I don't think that's enough to save it because Dimensions 2 is not like a common popular thing.
Yeah, these
And
are more
I'm-
like the obscure games and like more like mobile or just lesser known.
Dude, my
Uh,
vote is still new tier blocked. I just
I would say-
get it out
I would
of
say
the-
I
bottom
wouldn't
of
be opposed to
unread.
that.
Like
Yeah.
I would just he's got one eye, not a lot of depth perception, so he can't even see the message anyway. You know, we're just gonna leave him where he's at.
Compared
Dude,
to any
that's somewhat-
competent summon, and it's like game over.
If I'm
It's like
dating.
okay.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you first. You first.
I was just gonna say, to use your analogy, Coda, if I'm dating, we wouldn't even meet up. We'd be on the dating app, and then they'd send me something like, "Yeah, I don't think the Nazis were that bad," and I'm gonna be like, "Okay," and then just block them and get them out. I hate them.
Oh. Well, on that note, we got Cerberus from Final Fantasy VIII.
Oh.
A classic.
If I'm not mistaken, I think this one does it shoot missiles.
I forget which.
It gives double cast and the double status.
I
Player
love
with
its
the ability
ability
to cast
though.
more than one magic spell per turn.
That rules.
He also talks to the party, so I'll give him that. But yeah, he is
Double
like
cast, talks to the party, has auto haste. Powerful. This is a tough showing, right? I mean, it's at a time when like 3D was in the earlier stages.
I will say Final Fantasy VIII was a little better. That's
Dude,
a cool
that's a
looking
cool
concept art
art.
there.
That's a cool concept art.
That's early concept. That's Final Fantasy 3.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and then on the DS,
Fun puppers.
let's see. This is Crisis Core. This is just a bad guy, but it is cool looking. Like he's actually a
That's
Final
cool.
Fantasy VII bad guy, with like a tentacle thing. They're just basically like biological war machines developed by Shinra. And then this is Final Fantasy VIII.
Poster one.
This is 9. I don't think he's a
Whoa.
summon. I think he might be a summon. It's got an interesting like
Uh,
double mouth thing. This is like
yeah.
2 mouths for 1 head. It's kind of weird.
Why? That's weird. Take.
Uh,
All right.
Yeah,
That
this
rules.
is like a very rocky, like almost dragon-esque Cerberus.
That
And
Cerberus goes to
then
the gym too. There's
This
like
one,
a core. There's
this
a
one had
core.
like a plant-like
They
thing going
do
on.
push-ups.
Yeah,
That one is cool. I like
now
that.
that one,
Oh,
14. That's like, yeah, Cerberus. Like, here's the thing: if I didn't know anything else about his abilities, he's just fucking cool. Like,
Yeah.
design-wise,
classic.
look at that.
Oh, that's cool.
Even as like a trading card game, he would be really awesome. That's back to the
That is a
goofy
weird design, but I don't mind it.
Yeah, Crisis Core, he just had an extra chin. But yeah, look at that.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah,
I
I would
definitely
actually
summon
say,
this guy
me
for clout.
personally, I would say for clout, just because of how cool he looks.
I like his design. He's a classic, and I think the ability puts him above common pick because just for design, he's cool, he's fine. But then you learn about that broken ability, and you're like, that ain't a common pick. I'm using this guy I want likes on my page.
Yeah, I think Good Boy ×3. I'm gonna put in the low for clout.
Yeah, he'll be represented brothers.
3.
I'll be clear. I don't like the double chin design. It's like I don't know why they would just take away the most iconic thing about Cerberus and not give it 3 heads. It's a weird take, but I mean, I'm on the same page. Like I don't like the design, but it's everything else makes up
it's
for it.
weird.
Yeah.
Chaos.
There is. There we go. Level 3 Esper. Chaos. Not to be confused with Sonic the Hedgehog.
Damn it.
But yeah, this is Final Fantasy 12, where it kind of goes back into that Zodiac theme. This dude.
Ooh.
He's like a dreidel with weapons.
He's a Beyblade.
I was gonna say
Exactly.
I was gonna say if I call it a Beyblade, does that make it worse?
No,
I don't know. It makes it
better.
kind of, dude. Beyblades are so fun. Me and my ex-fiance, she and I used to play hardcore. Like I got her into it, and we just got really competitive. And I sustained a small injury on my finger when one of them flew out of the bowl, and it was like a very heavy metal one. I still won best 2 out of 3. But
hey, that's all that matters.
Yep.
But yeah, so this dude, Chaos.
Whoa.
Yeah. Concept art wise, for some of the older, I think is where he was just a bad guy, but
he was just
cool looking. Chaos from Final Fantasy 1, which I think was maybe the end game boss. Final Fantasy 7 Chaos. Was he a summon in Final Fantasy 7? Or am I thinking of Diabolos? But yeah, like there's Dirge of Cerberus, which is just like a form for what's his face, Vincent.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's a game I need to go back to on the PS2 because I need to figure out if it was like something I actually enjoyed or not, because it was in a phase where I was just really into Final Fantasy 7, so I played Dirge of Cerberus and told myself it was good, but I don't know if I really believe that or not. But yeah, Chaos, definitely various designs throughout the series, but overall I like it. Like he's cool looking. He did get kind of like a weird hat man like magician.
That's why I recognized him. He was in Tactics Advance 2.
Yeah, he had a phase where he just wanted to be a little extra and was just like, abracadabra, I'm cool now. And then everybody was like, but you were a Beyblade. That was cooler.
Can I spoil 1987's Final Fantasy 1?
Sure.
Okay, because Chaos is the one who's continuing the loop, right? The final boss of Final Fantasy 1 is Chaos, because they're again keeping the time loop along.
Oh,
with
that's fun.
The rebirth of the warriors. So doing some real dirty deeds. There's definitely a power angle here, right? Because King of Reincarnation, Chaos. We have some like okay designs here. I'm not thrilled on the design side of it. I'm like,
I agree with you. He concept wise, he's super cool and like really badass and has a lot of power. But like as far as like actual like designs for in-game summons, he's fine. Like Beyblade is funny, it's a meme, and also like the design is cool. I could go either high common or low for clout.
yeah. I'm just gonna say, okay, so if Chaos bringer wait, hold on. If Chaos what was it, God or King? Chaos, King of Reincarnation, if you're listening to this right now, you got the personality, you got the power, you just gotta dress up. You gotta step up your game, maybe a little bit more like polish, maybe some clothes that fit you a little bit better. You really just want you have the potential to become like a real heavy hitter, maybe for Cloud or MP, but you're just not quite there yet.
And for that reason, I'm out.
And for for that reason, unread.
I would say I'd be cool with common pick, just above the nutsack. Really, Kyle?
Wait,
Before nutsack.
you think below the nutsack?
No, the nutsack's grown on me.
I really hate
know
this
what
set
I
of
said.
words, Kyle. All
I
right,
know what I said.
all right, fine. Oh, we'll put that there. I will go ahead and say
below the nutsack, above the pickle. Okay.
I will go ahead and say this one right above Asura. Asura's cool, but like I like the Elden Ring vibe on this one.
That's true. We can all agree nutsack above Asura, right? Shake my hand, shake.
We'll come back
You
to
keep
that,
that
Kyle.
sack where it is.
We'll come back to that.
Yeah. I'll fight for the sack.
But for now, we're gonna go to our best boy that somebody was asking me about. Specifically, not just regular Chocobo, although Chocobo is really cool. Because yeah, Chocobo, as you might know, Kyle, they're just big ostrich birds that you can ride.
Yeah, they're classic.
Yeah, they're
And
very
they also
fun.
they delve into mystery dungeons every now and then.
Oh,
Yes.
Good
Now,
games, by the way.
Yeah. Great games.
they are all over the place, and I like some of the design work. Like this is like an armored Chocobo.
My favorite Final Fantasy class of all time is from the Tactics games, and it's actually, they're not that great, but Chocobo Knights and Tactics Advance 2, I believe, those rule to me. They're just so fun and just so cool looking.
Yeah, my now this Chocobo we're looking at specifically, he is somewhere on this list. Somewhere. Goodness. Where is Fat
What is this?
I want Fat
I don't want to call
Chocobo.
it. Yeah, I don't want to call it Fat Chocobo because I know it has a name, right?
I believe it does. Let me let me go back to Chocobo. Chocobo
Oh.
kick.
Whoa, okay, Fat
Chocobo.
Chocobo, also known as Big Chocobo, Chubby Chocobo, or the God's Bird.
The God's Bird. That's
One of these
amazing.
names are not like the other.
Oh, there we go. So
One of those names is on the resume.
yeah.
Chocobo. Okay, we'll just go in the Chocobo. All right. Well, you know what? Actually, I have.
Look at that spray.
Yes.
Alright, I like
Also,
that.
I can fix it. I can do this. This is Big Chocobo. Big Chocobo. Sometimes when you summon Chocobo in Final Fantasy VII, you instead get the Big Chocobo, and he is just straight up like fat ass on the battlefield, just boom, just lands on people. He
The
is
original Big Chungus.
Yeah, I'll say he is like the Big Chungus of Final Fantasy. Just he's big, he's large and in charge, and I love this just relaxed "Where's my pizza, bro?" meal here face.
Dude,
I love it.
I would see this chill vibe on first date, and I would just head over heels in my head be thinking, I need to plan the second date. I need to plan where our kids are going to go to school. I need to plan our retirement home. Like, this is every ounce of my MP. I love his design so much.
Yeah, I'm feeling like if I could call Big Chungus here, like absolutely.
I'm mixed, to be honest. I adore it, but I compare it to like Boko up there.
We know you were feeling more maybe clout.
I would say I feel high clout, but if you guys want in low MP, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I feel like once again, me and Kyle are like, this is a phone call away. Like one of our first bros. Like if Bahamut's too busy, because you just need two Bahamut's, Coda. Like me and Kyle will call
He
up the
works
birds.
a lot. He works a lot, okay? That's what it is. That's what I tell myself.
To be fair, Bahamut Fury though is really cool. Like I'll call him up and be like, we need to go to like Arby's and not order food, just drive by it and just look cool, and then we'll go somewhere else.
I would call Bahamut and I twirl my finger in my hair like, hey, what you doing later?
I know you're busy, but
I will go literally wherever you're going.
right.
Yeah, like, what are you doing?
I
I'll
don't
be there.
care.
I don't care.
you are my vehicle. You just go.
Yeah.
All right.
You are my special.
So in that vein, we also have the Chocobo Kick. This was a Crisis Core thing, so you just straight up karate with your Chocobo.
That's a summon, not a spell?
Chocobo he's got a lot of forms, but there's different things he does in different games. So, like, sometimes he just shows up and, like, a whole bunch of Chocobos run across the screen. Sometimes you get Big Chungus that comes out of nowhere. In Crisis Core, he just straight up karate kicks with you.
This is a 4 clop for me. This is cool. I like it, but, like, I'm not in love with it. I think it's cool, and I would put it, like... I would put it above Brothers, but before Alexander.
I'd knock it down a few pegs, because, like, I don't know. It's just, like, it's cool, like, I don't know. I want to make a karate movie with my Chocobo, but, like, outside of that, I mean, what else? It doesn't really bring anything else new and fresh to the party, you know?
Yeah, I feel like...
it showed up once for, like, one game. Like, that shows, like, a lack of commitment to me.
That's fair.
I feel like for me, I would say I'm fine with it being common. It is fairly high up, and yes, Kyle, it is above the nutsack here, and probably above a Sora.
Give me two reasons why, and I can give you 2 reasons back why I should be below the nutsack. Lefty and righty. Now put that shit behind.
Oh, you're really just pressing buttons, Kyle.
That's my boy. That's my boy.
No, you listen.
Next summon. What's that Chocobo down there? Next summon, Slinky. Come on.
Oh yeah, this is Chocomog actually.
I'm gonna Choco kick that nutsack.
Yeah, just right into the nut. Yeah, this is actually called Chocomog. It is basically Chocobo with a Moogle.
Kind of like what I was saying with Tactics Advance 2.
Yeah, but like pretty much, it's just he's got a Moogle who's like riding on in the battle, so he's really cool.
Yeah, and
that's fine.
It's very adorable.
Yeah, so I guess I'm selling Fat Chocobo more. There's a 1 in 16 chance that you summon Fat Chocobo, which does tremendously more. This is the other 15 chances is this one, where just they run together as a little unit and they trample them.
And sometimes they apply the stop status effect.
Oh. I did not know that. That's pretty fun.
Yeah, I feel like he'd be a good common pick.
Yep. Below the nutsack.
Eventually something's going to go above it, Kyle, and you're just going to accept it. But I will say, I'll say right below the karate kick.
I was kind of thinking above the karate kick myself. I think it's really cool. It's fun. I think it's more iconic because it also has the chance of Fat Chocobo.
All right. Well, you know,
does it have any other art?
Actually, maybe. Let me see here. Oh, the big Chocobo. Let me see. Well, there's just like the reoccurring appearance. But yeah, check this out.
Whoa. See, Coda, me and you had the same reaction where we saw the Chocobo and went, oh, that's great, and then we saw that Moogle from the Ted movie, and we did not like it.
Oh, look for other art. Oh, this isn't helping.
Put that away.
Okay, how about this?
All right, well...
the collective
I think above Karate Kick.
Yeah. That card art alone put it above Karate Kick.
I like how it's above Karate Kick. Not above your nutsack, but above the Karate Kick.
God forbid.
He is saving your nutsack from a Chocobo dick pic. All right.
Perfect.
All right. So now, above that this is another one that is technically a enemy, but you can find it as a summon in, I believe, Final Fantasy IV. It's specifically Final Fantasy IV, which had like a kind of sequel. Yeah, Cockatrice is essentially an enemy. The after years, where it'll try and petrify enemies, but if it can't petrify a boss, it'll instead do earth damage. But it's like a bird.
It's just a bird.
Yeah,
well, hold on.
It's like
I don't like this design, and as someone who there's Cockatrice designs that I really like from Final Fantasy, this isn't it, right?
Oh, you probably like more like these.
No, next one down. I think it was 8. They have this like weird chicken vibe that like this. I don't know why, but I like it a lot because it's like this. It's
a little
hybrid...
upsetting that the bird wings are like on its head.
That's silly, actually. But it gives bonus points to me.
Yeah, I love this design. I don't
Oh, Kyle,
think I'll
speaking
get
of
the
the
same
nutsack.
amount of sleep
Oh,
tonight.
Kyle, it's look. Look.
It's calling to me. It's calling to me. But go one more down. I want to see that
I
fat
like this
bird
little
right there.
this little fat turkey here.
Ew, look at its hands. It doesn't
It's
have
like
wings, it has hands.
it's like grandma hands.
Oh
it
my
has
God.
it has a built-in tie. I hate this. It's
Oh,
like
I love it.
Oh. Wow.
Oh, that's an.
That's how the
eyes.
dodo went extinct.
That's a dodo. That is a giant dodo.
Now this, I like this. This is Final Fantasy
looks like it's
15's
this.
version of an angry rooster.
yeah. Look, it's got the fangs, and these are notoriously poisonous. I think actually.
Oh yeah.
The
Well, they can also
cockatrice-
petrify you as well.
Yeah.
No, it looks like it's holding just two like curved daggers. Like
It's like
got
it's like
little
holding
shivs.
its arms in and holding
Little
knives out at you.
Exactly.
This is actually one of my favorite designs of any. It's like so weird and bizarre, but I like it. I don't know why.
See, and I like that instead of the wings on top, it's got like the usual like little red thing, but it's like a big angry eyebrow crown. Like it's almost
have
royalty
eyes?
with shibs. He's got little eyes, little bird eyes.
Oh, I see him. Okay.
Yeah, it's got too much brow action going on. It's very angry.
Nice.
But yeah, I feel like for Cockatrice, specifically this one, I'd probably be like, is there someone else?
Yeah, if because that's the design for the summon, I'm gonna be looking around above Suck, of course. I would put it above. No.
You said above.
No. I did I? Well, then I'm a dumbass. Below the
Below
Suck.
Okay. I
I
would
would put
support
it below
below
s-
suck.
Would you say below? Oh, I forgot its name already. Shield
Carbuncle?
Boy. Yeah, Carbuncle. It sounds like an uncle's name. Uncle Carbuncle. Sorry.
Uncle
Uncle Carb.
Uncle Carb, what's
I-
that K-Sith thing over there? Don't worry about it. Play with your bird.
Play with your bird. I would put it there.
I would actually argue to put it above Carbuncle. The lack of confidence and identity that Carbuncle has is really off-putting to me. This one, at least, I know it has potential. It's again, like this design is like fine, it's a monster, but we know what it can become, and we know what it can do. It can turn you to stone with talons.
True, but counterpoint, that's a bird. Carbuncle is like a mythical entity. Justin, you'd be the deciding factor.
You know what? I feel like it's just a little bit above Carbuncle. I'm a sucker for like angry birds that can be like a little intimidating, and even as an eagle, it looks like it would eat Carbuncle. I'm just being honest here. Like this would be like doing its thing, and you would just see like this bird just go like, and just take it, and like that's the vibe I get. It absolutely would for the Kate Sith over here. Like it would just do like a little. Yeah, it would just grab it by the head and like one instance just go like out of the little base.
Yeah. Well,
So
I know you
here's
like-
the middle
Go ahead.
ground. We can have our birds, you can have your balls, okay?
You know what? A man of culture. I respect it. That sounds good to me.
I will say, just like as we're going through this, when people were like, "Oh, you're doing a tier list," and I was like, "Yeah, you know, for Final Fantasy," and they're like, "So is it gonna be like Smash or Pass?" And I was like, well, I was thinking more like pull out the summons through the games, and like almost immediately y'all are talking about date nights and like ball sex. And I'm
Hey.
like, yeah, I was like, you know what, it'll work out.
We're cultured, I
it-
swear.
Also, Crusader.
Culture.
Yeah, Crusader is actually it's actually 3. You have this
Heyo.
one, this fella, and this lady. We're gonna zoom in a bit because Crusader is
Ooh.
3 different entities as one summon, and they do this big attack in Final Fantasy VI. And it's like a cleansing attack thing, but like this lady is like almost like Roman goddess, like flying on a shield. Got this dude with like not just like a wing cape, but like fucking angry tail spikes coming out of it. Like he's like a samurai demon. And then this dude is just straight up just a hulked out
JoJo.
armor. Actually, you know what? That's a great way. JoJo's armor, yeah. And then I believe they have like just some of the game screenshots where there's just so much stuff happening.
Oh, I do like that.
They just cleansing.
And notice that it's still all on Kefka.
Oh yeah, I think you get it towards the end of the game. But yeah, it is. I like the design of it. It is a great summon, but it's just, I think you get it so late that it's just kind of like, eh. Like, I will say it definitely looks cool. Like, the attack specifically. Just so much happening. But other than that,
kind of midway on it.
I feel like
I would say
a
common
good
pick.
Yeah, I feel like a low-ended common pick, like, just because of how expensive it is, too. It's so much MP.
Back to date night. If we're talking about a menage a trois going to a menage,
you know what? I didn't think
quatre?
about that. You've got 3-on-1 action happening.
I'm just putting the numbers out there.
Slinky, you let this man cook. Go on.
Yeah, menage a quatre. I'm just throwing that out of there as a possibility. But yeah, I mean it's fine. I think in the common pick range, it's cool. That's all I can really say about it. It's cool. I don't.
It's cool.
It's cool.
All right.
But it's not ball sack cool. Yeah, I put it right there.
I can already tell, Kyle. Like, I could just feel you going like, no, no.
Well, I mean, it's cool, but not as cool as
you know.
Bismarck is like Bismol. That's all I got going for it.
And hey, all I'm saying is that like y'all are joshing with me about like, the book Kyle and his ball sack. Didn't think I'd say
to
that.
make you
but
feel
here we
better,
are.
Kyle. This guy.
That makes me feel like a victim, not better. What the fuck is that?
Oh, this is actually like story-wise, he was created to absorb all of the evils and stuff of the world. And apparently the gods they underestimated how much the world had as far as like evil and toxicity. And this entity just grew and deformed into this horrible mess. And the gods were like, "Oh fuck!" and just like left his ass. Like they were like, we can't help you. We're sorry." So yeah,
I'm about to leave his ass on unread myself.
He is aesthetically he is ugly, but with purpose. So yeah, he basically got ghosted and was like, "All right, I'll just basically walk around and things will die around me." Like he is the muck that nobody wants. But yeah, he is a big angry green boyo. I don't think there's really much else he's been in. He's got more of a genie look, but he's still the smile is throwing me off here. Like I don't like that teethy gummy like
I don't like the lack of the other hand.
Yeah, he is a little more gross in 14.
He's got cock mouth.
Yeah. He's got
Wait, are you saying that's a good thing or a bad thing? I just want. I'm not. Okay.
But
I just want to clarify.
Yeah, I just want to clarify.
He's also just like he's a weird balding man.
Oh no, that's someone trying to stop me at like a party going, "You're a Five Nights at Freddy's." That's that guy right there, and I don't want him around.
Do you see the Five Nights at Freddy's movie?
Oh,
I'm gonna put that pretty low, and I'm gonna say that even though I mean we all are, who is free from sin, right? But I don't want my sin to go to that thing. I want my sin to go to someone else. Like Bahamut.
Yeah. It's
like any of the Bahamuts.
Hashtag not my Jesus. Put that thing in unread.
Yeah. I'm gonna say this is I'll put him a little bit above. Actually, you know what? I'll put him above the others, just because he at least has a
bomb above.
Oh, you like the bomb better?
Yeah, bomb is simple. I realize I'd rather have simple than abomination.
I feel bad for it, but that doesn't put that. I'm not gonna like.
I don't
connect my life to it. It was born of like, hey, here's everything bad, and the gods were like, oh, we didn't know how bad things were.
This is the guy that tried to drink the entire. He tried to drink the entire case of Monster, and like his pancreas did this to him.
Oh. I'm gonna let you boys do this next one. I'll be right back. I gotta go grab something from the fridge because we're going a bit longer than I thought. So I'll be right back.
All right. Let's see. We'll back to the main screen here.
All right, so we're gonna put it above the ball sack, right?
I really want to.
Put it right above.
Oh yeah. It's
As a bit,
Cyclops.
you should do it. You should do it regardless, and then we can actually make a decision.
We'll see. We'll see how long until he notices. All right. Anyways, so we'll have Cyclops ready for him because this is technically an enemy you can summon. In one of the later games.
That looks cute, which I wouldn't expect, right?
Yeah,
Am I
like
looking- Oh, I missaw that.
yeah,
from a
when-
distance.
that it is very deceptive because when it's small, it almost looks like a little ear, and you're like, oh, is it a cat? And you're like, oh, oh, it's not.
I legit thought it had a badger face.
Back.
No, like go zoom out.
Okay, we were just
Do you
talking
see-
about Kyle, like when it's small like this, it's like kind of like a weird cat, and you're like, oh, that's kind of like weirdly cute, like that's all right. And then you go,
No,
you get,
yeah.
you get a little closer, and you're like, oh, I'm so
But
sorry,
I can't
sir.
stop
Yeah.
seeing like a badger face or a cat face because if you zoom out, like the eye is the nose. There's the ears on top of it. Like it's not the actual
Yeah,
ears.
the
like, you
little
zoom
horn,
further up.
like you would think is like an ear.
The other ones are the eyes, and then there's the mouth down below. It looks legit like a. I can't stop seeing it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now,
I see what you're talking about. However, the eye is forever present for me.
yeah. Now I do like the fun energy of this fella from like Final Fantasy 3.
Uh
He almost was like you told him a joke, and he was like, I don't understand, but you're laughing.
The whole squad is laughing, and he's just laughing along because he's included. And he's like, oh, okay. He doesn't get it, but he's just happy to be there. That guy looks like my paralysis demon. Put him back.
Yeah, that was from Final Fantasy 13.
Big spiky
Uh,
stick.
And then, oh, tactics. There you go. He's just, I'm looking at you, brother.
Yeah,
he's
wrestler
got
vibes.
Randy Savage energy there. But yeah, Cyclops is he's kind of like I feel like if I had to, I would call him, but like only above Kate Sith here.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all in agreement there. Oh, so this next one is gonna be Diabolos.
Uh-oh. I'm about to say, it looks sexy. I don't like it.
Diabolos is neat. I don't remember which game he was in first. But it looks like okay, Final
Demi
Fantasy
related,
6. Not sure.
That's a Digimon. I like it.
Yeah, he does have a little bit like
Yeah.
he's got like a double design. But yeah, Final Fantasy 6, and then his other appearances. Yeah, look at this.
Oh, heck yeah.
Like that's pretty sick. Like it feels sleek. Like it's a devilish
It's very
thing.
clean.
I love the big chin energy. He's got Count Chocula going on here.
That's the Crimson Chin right there, and I
Yeah.
love that.
The Crimson Chin's demon form.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say we got some muscles. It's clear they go to the gym pretty consistently.
Yeah,
Which
it
again,
is,
they
it's
have
very
good habits.
classy demon look.
Yeah.
Let me see. Did he have?
They got good habits. Yeah, I like that.
Oh yeah. He does have like a bit of like a I'm pondering my orb anime phase as well.
I like that. That's a good face to
Yeah.
have, though.
And then there's just him.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
we can't win every day.
His high school photos were not great.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, he's got like an amazing career and job now. Don't judge him when he was in middle school.
Yeah. Final
Or-
Fantasy 14, I feel like, is the best
I
pose.
can't. A best pose, but I can't tell you exactly why. This is my least favorite design.
I think the face
it's the
does look
chin.
like it's like
The
a bird.
face- I don't like that T chin design. I'm not a fan.
It's a little bit throwing off. I like the arms. They almost remind me of that big buff mosquito from Pokemon Sun and Moon.
Oh.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I don't know. Again, like I look up and I go like, is that a
Buzzwole,
bird?
yeah.
And I'm like, oh, it's a face.
One interesting thing about this design I like a lot is the wings, how they get larger as they like go outwards and they have like that sharp spine. I like the
Yeah,
wing design.
it is nice.
That's true.
There's ups and downs. There's definitely a lot of
Yeah.
ups and downs for Diabolos. But all around, like, he seems kind of neat. He's
I like
got a
him.
good balance of like working as
Oh,
like.
hold on. Check some of those Dimension 2s here.
Oh yeah. Let me pull up this one here.
Oh my.
He's
God.
not only pondering the
Whoa.
orb, he is the
That's
orb.
out of control.
Okay, that's bonus points. Even if it is Dimension 2, which is like everything looks better in Dimension 2 from what
Yeah.
we've seen,
Hmm.
that looks sick.
Yeah. So let's see.
Like,
You know
that's
what?
in my opinion, that's the epitome of what a summon should be. That just looks
Yeah.
simple, sleek.
I thought you were gonna say
really
that's the
cool.
epitome of clout.
Actually, yeah, the epitome of clout too. Like, I would put him high. Like, I know,
Oh, are
boys,
you-
this is not something I would say
Oh,
normally.
you're gonna say it. You're gonna say it.
I would say above Bahamut.
Oh wait.
Above
I-
Oh wait.
the
Do you want
BB?
MP for it?
No, I'm sorry, a Bahamut 0 specifically.
Oh,
like,
above Bahamut 0.
Oh.
And I would actually argue above the Twilight Zone boy as well. I think that's peak clout right there. I really do.
I don't know.
Like,
I
think he's
get
that
getting
clean.
I get being ahead of Bahamut 0, only because it is such a sick design. But I don't know. The thing is, the Adrenaline guy, like he gives me such vibes back to like Twilight Princess, which I know is a different series, but I just really like that look. It's close, but I feel like I'm pretty comfortable with him like right beside him. Like
I
like
totally
they can
support
high
you, son.
five.
Yeah.
All right,
Actually, if
above
anything, it's like a being subservient. Like there's a power pose here is because we have the upward motion of what was that called?
Oh, Adrenaline, and then and then
Adrenaline,
Diabolus.
and then yeah, it's a cool. Honestly, just a cool.
I like that. It's like they're together and they're like a yin and yang. The power poses
Yeah.
are complementary. I do agree.
Yeah,
It's meant to be.
Diabolos. He goes next to Adrenaline, and he's like, Dios mío.
That caught me off guard.
All right, so now one of my favorites is
Oh,
Doom Train.
no.
Yeah, look at this. It's just a
Oh.
straight up big old
Oh.
train.
Okay,
Now,
on
I will
paper,
say, Kyle,
I love this. But, yeah, talk to me.
I was gonna say, I will say the concept art does look a little better.
Does it?
I mean, it's haunting, but that's the whole thing. It's a Doom Train. Like, it's like a train nightmare, just right out of hell. There's also a character who is named Doom Train, who has nothing to do with trains at all. He was just a bringer of doom.
That rules.
Maybe he was like all aboard the Doom Train and then like an elbow drop on heroes. I'm not sure, but oh, sorry, Boris, known as
Boris?
Glaciela Bodas,
Boris.
who is known as Boris or Doom Train. So he does get a little bit mixed up with Boris, but I don't know. I like the train because otherwise they just make him a dude that you would look at him and go, yeah, his name is Boris.
Yeah, I don't.
The train is cool. And then Type Zero was like, what if he wasn't a train? And I was like, what if you just had bad decisions?
I realize I'm going to be a minority in this, and I'm totally fine with that. This guy's unread for me. I don't know what it is, but like,
Oh, you
I
really
ain't
feeling
jiving
that?
with it.
Oh,
I'm feeling low.
I'm
still.
sorry.
Maybe not that bad, but
I ain't
how are
feeling
you
him.
feeling about it, Coda?
I put it low. I like either the highest of unread or like somewhere mid in no one else available. It's a cool concept, and I love hearing the chugga chugga in FF8 when you summon it and they get blitzed by a train. It's funny, but like again, if we're talking to like deeper emotional connection, it's a train. I actually can't keep up with it. It's there and it's gone. It's like an angel's kiss. It's too fast for me, and we're moving at different paces. It's
It's a
very tough to
wonder-
relate to.
Okay.
It's a wonderful thing when our hobbies jive together, but when their personality is their hobby, I just can't jive with them. I need to know them on a deeper level than that.
Okay,
Yeah.
here's the thing. If we put it in unread, it is definitely at least at the top of it. If we put it here, if no one else was available, I would almost dare say I would call this above Super Suck here.
Whoa! Let's settle down
Hey,
here.
Hold on a minute. Put that bitch, but
I don't
I'd be
think
fine. You know
that-
what? I'd be fine with just below Super Suck.
I would support that.
Well, you see, I'm just gonna leave them unread because I can't do anything less than above the vacuum.
Dude, I'm sorry.
He will be at the top of Would Leave Unread.
I can't believe that a Bob Sock and both me and Coda immediately. Hey, whoa.
Slink, you're talking out of line here.
Yeah, Slink, hold on, calm down, bud.
That's some crazy talk here.
Crazy
I thought we were aboard the Doom train, not the crazy train. Anyways, we're looking at Eden now, so.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Yeah, Eden is like a big spaceship with a lady in it.
What the fuck?
Yeah. It is interesting. I know Final Fantasy VIII story kind of has like a whole looping time thing going on, and it's, I don't know. I have to play through it, but like I will say this is like a cool design if I didn't know what it was.
I like this design a lot. The summon in FF8, and actually they redid it in Final Fantasy 14. I love this because this, if you haven't seen it, it's a very, very, very late summon in Final Fantasy 8, and it has that like surreal like alien vibe to it. And it's when you talk about like the escalation of Final Fantasy summons, like it's like, oh, a chocobo runs through you, and then like, you know, for Ixion, it's like, oh, sorry, we're skipping ahead. But Ixion, it's like fires a lightning bolt at you. This one like fires you into space, sends you on this like laser beam comet, and shoots you into the very center of a black hole. This summon is out of control. I love it so much because it gets so over the top. It's like Bahamut in FF7. You're like, okay, like I'm gonna get blasted, and then Zero Bahamut. But this is the next level after Zero Bahamut. This is the summon, right? You're like, okay,
yeah,
like technology, space. I get
feel
blown
like
away
I just
by this
had
every
like
time.
Mega Man Battle Network jack me into the internet.
Oh, I get blown away by this every time. It's the first time you summon it in game. It's like your jaw just drops because you just can't even predict.
We're going into what we
happen.
thought the internet would be in the 1980s.
Yep, there they go.
We're playing. That's so tiny.
You realize the scale of Eden, and you're like, okay, well, it's all right. Here's the
It
summon.
had to bend space-time just to aim it above the head.
Oh, no, not here we go. Gotta align everything properly. This is like the scale of it. You're like, what is happening? All right, we just realigned the planet so we can have the runes in the proper order. We're not even done yet. Oh, there you are. I spoiled this part, so I do apologize. Yep. Whoop, there you go.
Right into...
Which then, yeah, explodes.
Then explode, of course. Oh, that bumps it up a bit from what I was going to say.
It's
as it plops down.
Yeah, it's so over the top. I still get blown away by like how aggressive that attack is.
All right, you know what? I would say I wouldn't do it. Actually, you know what? First, how do you feel about Kyle and Coda? How do y'all feel about this?
You go ahead, Coda.
I wouldn't put it in a P. I love the design. I love the attack. I love the absurdity of it. But other than that, I mean, actually, can we go back to the page? What else is I love it because it's absurd, but I really don't know much else about it.
Let's see. What we know is of course, is a Guardian Force. It's the ultimate summon.
That is,
Drawn
yes,
from the
it is.
optional boss down to the Deep Sea Research Center bonus dungeon. It can
This
break
is
the
like
damage
the
limit.
weapon of F8.
This is the ion
Interesting.
cannon. Oh, also, most beneficial being permanent stat boosts.
And create items that teach the abilities to Guardian Force. Wow.
So it can actually
Does it-
create items to teach abilities to other summons, and it gives you permanent stat boost. And it takes 1,000 experience to level up. The most
What
of
are
any
its-
girlfriend. The same amount it takes for a playable character to level up.
Any girlfriend?
All of them. It's so needy. But it gives me so much.
What do the other designs look like?
Oh yeah, that's what we have here. So this is 11. That's just a city.
I was about to say, that's just...
Oh yeah, no, this is it's pretty big, like in the distance for 14. And then it's got like a weapon.
I like that.
It's definitely some Evangelion look going on here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Record Keeper is just
That
more
one's a little weird,
spaceship.
but
It's a lot of spaceship.
yeah.
This one's more like a
It's just a
bird,
big ship. A little bit bird ship.
but it does go back to spaceship though. It's like spaceship
like so-
jellyfish.
Yeah, it's like angelical, but like also technological for some reason. I don't really know exactly what it is.
Wow,
I
this
like
is
it.
like if jellyfish wore tech wear in the current year. This is-
The I don't know why this description came to me, but I'm thinking celestial steampunk.
Celestial steampunk. I could
Celestial,
almost get behind that. You know what? I feel like this is a good clout.
Yeah, I would
Now-
love to have this thing blast me into a black hole. I would absolutely love that.
Gentlemen, if I may. We look at the spaceship, and we have to ask ourselves, is it better than Nutsack?
Yes.
Alright, fair enough, but it's
yeah.
not better than Bahamut. That's just my opinion.
I would say, I would say just above Alexander, only because it can not only warp the reality of Earth and everything around it, but then destroy a neighboring galaxy. All because one motherfucker was like, "You can't hit me."
Yeah.
It's just like-
I totally support that. What I love is like in Final Fantasy VIII when you're using it like as a summon, you're like, I'm fighting this little bug. You're like, I'm gonna show this bug pain it didn't even know could be possible.
I do like that. That
Yeah.
does. I do think it is a 4 clout. Like, I agree with that one.
Yeah.
All right,
But I
so
had to
definitely-
throw out there, like, how much can I pump up this ball sack?
All right, now this is one of my favorites. It is I
What?
believe, Final Fantasy V Easter egg summon. It is straight up an egg. It is, it is. Yeah, let me see if I can do that. Yeah, there we go.
Oh,
So-
the capes.
Yeah, he is an egg, and he is
Cape
from
Vendetta.
some other game where he fights evil. He is a tiny egg, and the favorite part about this is that you summon him, and the game says the chop didn't reach, or you couldn't, or he's too far away, because he's a tiny egg. He can't get to you in time, or he can't reach the enemy. He legitimately does not have a sprite. You summon him, and the game's like, I don't know where he is.
Because it says, oh my gosh, wow.
So yeah,
Um,
you just
Oh, it's a reference to Kamen Rider. Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, it is Eggman, the soft-boiled hero.
So, I don't know how you guys are feeling about this, but every fiber my MP wants this guy to be up top because I just love this so much. It's a meme pick, I realize, but I think it's the best meme pick.
You like the idea of like summoning him and everybody's waiting, and you're like, "Oh, he'll be here any minute. You'll be sorry."
Exactly.
And eventually,
Give me a
like,
minute, guys.
people are like, they just leave. And you're just like, you look at your phone, like, where is he? Is he leaving
Everyone's
unread?
like, everyone's like, guys, let's get out of here. This is stupid. And as they walk away, it goes silent, and you just hear. So everyone's left.
I feel like
Not to discredit Egg, I'd pitch it a little. I'd put it for clout below Cerberus. But Slink, I'm curious.
I could get down with below Cerberus because it is technically not even a summon that shows up.
like
It's just really, really funny.
he tries to. That's his big thing. He's
Try.
like, I try. All right, now this next one. This next one is interesting. It's actually attached to someone else. And it is one of my favorite characters in the Final Fantasy games because he is an oddball called Gilgamesh, who will
Oh,
summon.
Gilgamesh.
Yeah, and he summons Enkidu. So if you bring him out in, I think it's Final Fantasy VI, he is a character, but he also has the ability to summon certain things when he does certain attacks, I believe. And one of them is Enkidu, which is in here somewhere. Hold on. Enkidu, you're a person. Is there more than one? Yeah, there we go. Alright. Enkidu, he takes many
Huh?
forms. But the thing is like, he's usually green in some way. So, he's like a green bird man. He could be an animal. He could be an item of a shield. He could be a straight up chicken.
Fun.
But the neat thing is that no matter what world Gilgamesh is in, like Enkidu is always there to be his bro.
That's fun.
Also, he's usually green. But yeah, so he's no matter what world he's in, he'll be in some form, but he will be there.
Huh.
I think that is the definition of a common pick. Yeah, like no matter where you go, it's there and it's ready to go.
Yeah, I mean, I feel pretty good as a common pick, like just mostly out of as a theme.
Wait, this is Gilgamesh?
Well, not Gilgamesh directly. It's Enkidu attached to Gilgamesh.
Oh, okay. It's Enkidu's. Sorry.
Yeah, Gilgamesh is a treasure. Enkidu is just the bro that will always be there for Gilgamesh.
Got it. Okay, then yeah, I totally support common pick.
So yeah, he's always there.
Nice.
So our next one is actually going to be Exodus. Just let me get that one pulled up here. Is that the top Exodus? There we go, level 2 Esper. Yeah! This thing is just kind of like...
What?
It's sort
That's
of like
World of Warcraft.
Yeah, actually, yeah, that feels like World of Warcraft. I was gonna say if an Eldritch Abomination tried to combine you with like the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, like this is just the end result.
Is that a scale?
I believe so. This is the Zodiac theme era of Final Fantasy XII. But yeah, his license, which by the way, in Final Fantasy XII, you pay a license fee. You don't have mana, so your license points of 50. And he costs 2 mischarges to summon.
That sounds dumb, but I've never played Final Fantasy 12.
Dude, I love the fact that in Final Fantasy 12, they're like, all right, so you need a license to summon this one, and these are your license points. And I'm like, are you driving it? Like, this is a Final Fantasy 13. It's just... But yeah, he's got a lot of art. Like, even the card is just kind of the same as like what we already saw. But he is known as the Judge.
The Judge. Can you scroll up a little bit? Yeah, specifically Tactics Advance.
Oh.
That's why I recognize him. He's a Totema. Because there were specific summons to races in Tactics Advance, and those different races could each summon their own, like, god. And I think the bunny people were Exodus. And that's his form in Tactics Advance, and that's what I recognize him as, like a tree spirit looking dude. And it's each one of the totems is literally like
he dissolved the world.
Yep, they're cool as fuck. All the totems are.
But yeah, I feel like for Exodus, actually, I'm not really sure how I feel about it. How do y'all feel about it?
Can I ask the question? Why is Exodus's crotch glowing? Can I ask that?
You can, and I don't know if I can give an answer, and I don't even know if I would want to.
Can you zoom in on the art? I want to figure out what's going on here.
I can. Coda, you ever mixed blue raspberry slushy with Viagra?
You know what? I haven't, strangely enough.
Well, then there you go.
Oh, just zoom in here.
Because
right.
like, I don't get it.
I
don't get it.
Like, okay, so I mean,
just
like,
say that looking at his face. I don't get it.
I don't get it. Because like, okay,
and his hands are like, come on, man.
Actually, he's like, where are my balls?
Where are my...
They're in the other summon, don't worry.
Bismarck.
Okay, because like, look, okay, there's the horns, there's like the tendril wings, there's the scale, but like, what's the purpose? His arms are extended out towards the scale. Like, why is there a crotch glow here? I don't understand what it's.
He's almost got a bit of like a question, like, what are you doing?
What are you doing? What?
I'm supposed to judge this.
Speeding tickets again. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not feeling this guy. He's cool, and he even has Tactics Advanced stuff, which like is always perks for me. But even in Tactics Advanced, I'm like, I'm looking around, going, are there anyone else available?
Yeah, I put pretty low, maybe above Caparito.
Yeah.
Which one?
Right above Caparito.
Caparito?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
You mean Carbuncle?
No.
Caparito.
The Yoda-esque one.
Oh,
Queso?
Caparito. I thought you were saying
Oh.
Caparito, and I was like, wait a minute, which was Caparito?
Sorry, Caparito.
I missed that too. Cat
Right,
burrito
right above,
is
yeah.
awesome.
Caparito. Your fajita is done, sir.
Right, now, I do not want to be the bearer of bad news, but how many more summons do we got left?
I was actually going to say, if we need to, if y'all wanted to take another day to come back and, like, finish this, because it was 88, and we've got about halfway through.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
I would say, who was this last one? Manfred? Okay, wait. Last one, real quick, before we call it.
I'm fine with one more.
Fanfrit.
Good old Famfrit.
Yeah, Fanfrit.
What a name.
Yeah,
Crowd favorite.
You know what he makes me think of?
Oh wait, I know this guy. Oh my god, he's a tactics. He's another Totema. I recognize this guy.
Yeah, he's got he almost makes me think of like a crawfish with like the way he looks up at the top.
Oh yeah.
Just because I can't really see
He's
the
also-
face. But he's cool.
also a boss near the beginning of Tactics Advance. I just remembered.
Yeah,
he's cool.
we're gonna
I
pull
like
that
him.
recurring appearance. But
Hell
yeah,
yeah.
he's got a neat design. Oh, there he is.
The bastard. That's another Totema, but yeah, he's the Moogles.
Oh.
And then he literally, I love his because he shows up and then just blasts
He
him.
just happened to be standing there the entire time, but just like waiting.
And then just nukes the entire place. He rules. I like him. And the craziest thing is, he used the vase to blast him.
Oh man, you know what? For that, I feel like he'd be a common pick for that.
I'm feeling like a
I
solid
like
common.
Yeah, let's see. Probably
Wait,
above
can I-
Quaxwar.
I would say, listen, this is very, very rare to say, but he is in my opinion, the most iconic Totema in Tactics Advance, which is like, that's my game, that's my baby. I would even say above Nutsack.
I
Above
definitely support
Ballsack.
above Nut.
We finally.
I know.
The iconic swinging chain above the ball sack.
Perfect.
However, caveat, put that green bastard below the Nutsack. He doesn't deserve to
Wait,
be
no,
there.
we all talked about it. Remember, we all agreed.
I don't remember that point.
You know how long we've been waiting for you to notice, Kyle?
Wait, really?
This whole time you left, and we were like, "Hey, what if we just put him right above the ball sack and just?"
That's why, because I just noticed. I was like, "What the fuck is he doing up there?"
Yeah, this is the guy that like he has to try and sneak into the friend group because nobody wants to hang out with him.
Oh my god, he was an unread. I wondered why the unread seemed so small. Oh my god, I can't believe I hadn't noticed.
I forgot he was at the bottom.
I was gonna say, I guess gaslighting isn't as powerful when it's being recorded.